I've been feeling vibes all day, I've been feeling vibes all night. Let me breathe and meditate. Elevate, is that alright? Energy. Vibes, 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 energy. Vibes, 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 energy. Vibes, 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 energy.
Hey, what's going on, good people? It's your girl T Hardaway.
And it's Michael Bahsil.
Yeah, and we are the Data for the Hood podcast.
Indeed.
Hey, we back again. We missed you. And
Okay.
today we're gonna bring you another phenomenal guest as we do as per usual. And I'm gonna
Yeah.
turn this over to Mike because Mike got the sauce.
All right. So I appreciate the assist. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so the guest that we have today is a good friend. We went to high school together. She is a multi-hyphenate artist, if I do say so myself. She writes, she sings, she dances, she acts. She also does a whole lot of more stuff that she's gonna get into. However, I want y'all to give some love, show some love to my friend, my sis, Olga, as her nickname is to me.
Olga.
But shout out to Chloe Knight. Make some
Hello.
noise. Appreciate you for coming on the show per usual.
Definitely.
Of course, I got you, bro.
Hey, that's how we do. That's how we do. But should we just kick it off the rip?
Hey,
Yeah.
man.
Rip the
Chloe.
Band-Aid off. All right. So tell us your story.
Yeah, so hi, everyone. I am Chloe. I use she, her pronouns. I am from Atlanta, Georgia. Shout out to the A, you know. Honestly, as Michael said, I'm a multi-hyphenated artist. Ever since I was younger, like I've always been singing. Singing has always been a passion of mine. I've always been very animated. I've always been into a lot of like plays and movies and television. And when I got older, I wanted to be one of those people that did that, you know? So yeah, like growing up, I went through a lot of things. I lost my dad when I was younger, like I've seen a lot of death as a child. And whenever you go through like major things like that, especially as a child, it's like crucial for you to be able to find something to channel those feelings into. And ever since I was younger, music and writing and watching movies and investing my time into learning those things was my getaway from all of those things. And growing up, I've been able to channel my feelings, channel my hurt, my pain, my struggles into beautiful things, and it's been such a blessing. I lost a lot of weight. A lot of things changed, but as long as I had that one anchor, like everything was fine. And now I'm able to share that with the world, and I'm getting to a point where things are gonna be good, and y'all will hear more about that. But yeah, that's my story in a nutshell.
So,
Let me ask. Can I ask a little question?
go ahead, T.
You said you mentioned that you lost a lot of weight. I know you talk about physical weight, but did you lose a lot of like emotional weight too?
For sure. Throughout my life, I also had a eating disorder that a lot of people did not know about. And I don't know, like I just never really was in a place where I fell in love with myself. And I think that mentally that was just so much for me. So after being able to like drop all of that, it was almost like I became a new person. I don't even know how to explain it. It's just like when you look in the mirror one day and you don't recognize what you see, you have to kind of learn everything over again. And I'm so blessed to like finally be the person that I've always wanted to be, and the person that, mentally can handle the challenges that come in life, but can still keep a smile on her face and, push through the day. Like, it's just like, God is so good. But yeah.
Heard that. So, I know we went to high school together. So, like, at least there, like, where was the space where you found your like, you feel like you fully like stepped into like your artistry?
Yeah. You will know this story.
Right. I think I do.
The year that I did my first musical, The Little Mermaid, first of all, like it was such a beautiful experience to be able to step into a world with a bunch of people of color, strong people of color that we're able to tell a story in such a creative and beautiful and personal way, and to be able to like be such a significant part of that story and have so much fun with people I cared about. It was like, if I could do this for the rest of my life, I'd be fine, you know? I think that was the moment where I realized, like, this is what I want to do as a career. I want to put on characters. I want to put on costumes, and I want to tell stories that influence the world and can change the world and mold it into being something better. And if I could do it with y'all, I would.
Hey,
You know?
hey, listen, because I'm gonna give you a phone call a little
Oh
later
yeah.
down the line. You already know.
Yeah.
So with that, like, you feel like you do all the art for the higher purpose at the end of the day.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I feel like that's what keeps me going.
Mhm.
Because a friend of mine told me, being an actor, your job is auditioning. That's your job. And your vacation is getting booked and doing what you love. So, you know, when I have the mindset of, I also work on a lot of devised pieces and
Mhm.
a lot of new and up and coming art that's being put into the world for the first time, that's opening eyes to new things and new ways of thinking.
Mhm.
So when you can think about, hey, I'm trying to audition for this for the purpose of being able to tell this story that's speaking to me. Hey, I'm writing this so that, you know, like, it's just that level of motivation and understanding of God has a bigger purpose for me.
Mhm.
And it's like, I have to do this. It's not like a choice. Like, it's not like, I don't feel like going to that audition today. I'm tired. Like, I want to watch a movie. No, like, I got to get up and go, whether I'm getting paid to or not.
It's your
Yeah,
assignment.
exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And break down what devised this for the people.
So a devised piece is basically like when people come into a room and they take a play written by a very new playwright. Usually it's something that's like just been finished, or something that's been, you know, revised and edited, and they want to put it on its feet. It's kind of like the idea of a workshop.
Mhm.
And sometimes they're staged, like I just did a production called Wits, Written in the Stars, which was a lot of fun. It's a new age, like, very hip hop, disco groove kind of feel. It was a lot of fun. I played a clown, which was also like one of your it was given like hood crackhead, but like, you know, like in a comedic storytelling way. It was good. And I'll show y'all pictures, it'll make sense.
Did you say a hood crackhead in a comedic storytelling way?
Yeah, it was some real black stuff. It was good.
They ain't gonna blame that on black people.
You know, but it was a very good
I love
experience.
it though.
We told the story of these high school students that were trying to get into an art school, and
Mm.
it was basically told in the idea of Afrofuturism. So really, like, my clowns were like, the clowns are like the voices in his head that are trying to pull him back to where he's from versus where he's trying to go.
Ooh.
And we just were comedic enough to look like we were off something. But
That's how I go with clown work. Yeah.
yeah, our director was like, y'all are pulling focus. Y'all gotta stop. I can't take it. But yeah, like, it's basically a piece where they had just written it. It had took them 10 years to compose all of this music and all of this character development, and we put together something just very, very beautiful. But yeah, it's basically just a piece that's basically being put up on its feet for the first time to see, like, what needs to be changed, what needs to be edited, and how the story can be told and how it's received from people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Heard that. T.
Now you know I'm an amateur in the art, so I just sit here and listen. Like, what?
Hey, but that's how it go though. You know what I'm saying? Workshop or something for 10 years and then like finally getting it up on his feet, and then it's like, okay, maybe go back to the drawing board for this specific part or whatever the case is. Like, that's the process of it.
Question. I'm sure the audience got the same question. People literally work on one piece for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Think about Hamilton.
Yeah, Hamilton took a long time. SpongeBob the musical took about 5 years to be put up on his feet. Yeah, like in front of a live audience. SpongeBob.
SquarePants.
Yeah.
SquarePants, the musical. But here's the thing that I will say though, that I feel like is a gift and also a curse when you take your time with your art.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Because folks don't want to like, oh, I feel like some of us take our time, but others just like, okay, nah, I just got to get it out, get it out, get it out, because they're trying to get that, what's the word I'm looking for? Just that productivity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Of just having a lot going on at the same time as like you just basically creating it, which is good, but also on the back end, it
Yeah,
could
it
be like,
really
I really didn't take my time with it. So
yeah,
yeah.
like it really is a blessing and a curse because when you think about it, like in the real world, like one of my playwriting teachers that I'm taking right now, they are literally going to Minnesota to do a fellowship where they're writing plays and getting paid like enough to like have housing, enough to do all of that to just write plays
I'm looking
back to
for
back to back. And
I'm
as long
looking
as they
for a
write them,
fellowship right now.
yeah, as long as they write them plays, they keep that fellowship. And
Mm-hmm.
like when you think about it, it's like you gotta just be, going. It's really about
Yeah.
trusting yourself. Like you gotta really be like, okay, these are my words, and this is how it's gonna be.
You feel me? And
And the way that
and
they teach is like that, like it's good.
and
Really,
I
I'm just throwing up words like
you
I'm like,
know,
okay, and they're like, don't go back, don't go back. I'm like, but I
don't.
did, don't go back. I'm like, okay, and I get to the end, and I'm like, okay, like I just produced something. Now I can go back and say, let me fine tune the details. Um, but yeah, like
Mhm.
it's crazy. But then also when you take your time, it's like I really feel like I'm producing something that I really have thought about and I've really worked on. So it's like you got to really find that healthy medium.
Yeah, because just like I be on Mike's case sometimes, complete is better than perfect.
Oh yeah.
Because there's a lot of perfect stuff that's incomplete.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hello.
And I was having this argument with, not even a hard argument, I was having this conversation with a good friend of mine. And we always talk about success, right? Success belongs to the bold. A lot of people become successful or gain their success, whether it's through art or whatever, simply because they're the quickest at doing something. They get it, they finish it, they move on. They get it, they finish it, they move on.
Mhm.
It may not be the best quality. We might not like it, but while we're sitting there contemplating, they're doing it.
For sure. Yeah.
So
That's
that's
real
all.
talk.
That's all. Just don't throw that in there.
Hey, I appreciate.
No
So
worries.
with so I know you talked about playwriting, Chloe. So first tell the people where you go to school.
I go to University of the Arts in Philadelphia, right on Broad Street. We're, go Unicorns.
Philly.
Um,
Is that y'all sign?
yeah, it's
Okay.
it's a unicorn. It's real
That's
good.
that's what's up.
Yeah.
Shout out
Um,
to the U.
Mm.
Shout out to the U. A lot of
Mhm.
great artists there, a lot of great development, a lot of great division amongst, like telling stories and just having fun. Like and we have so much creative freedom. Like go
Mm.
and look them up. Like it's so good.
And that's so good to know because I mean, I feel like I've told the people many times just at my school, like you get what you get a
Yeah.
lot of times. And so I'm so glad to hear that. So with that, with the creative freedom, with even taking, your playwriting classes, you also said that you're a minor in songwriting too. So like, how have you set yourself up for success? Being from a black school specifically, at
Yeah,
a black high school, and then transitioning to a PWI.
for sure. So for me, because where I'm from, I was around people that look like me. That's all I
Right.
knew really. And that's the only places that I put myself in. So as far as a lot of racism that we know and hate, I was blessed enough to not have to go through a lot of the things that a lot of people that I knew or grew up around like had to go through.
Mhm.
I was blessed to have like parents who, took care of me and loved me and supported me through anything. Um, yeah, so I was blessed in that way, but coming to Philly, like it's a very different place. And you experience a lot of it's a lot of low key, um,
Microaggressions.
Mike,
yeah,
yeah.
micro,
Oh, same.
and
I agree.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
it's a mess. Especially like, and I'll be honest, like dealing with a lot of stuff in my university, we've had a lot of change because there has been a lot of people and a lot of situations that have come up to where like it's been bad. Like it's been bad. We've had incidents of just like immense ignorant stuff. And it's like before I even got there. Um, so we've definitely done a lot of change over the years. We now have like a culture and diversity board at our school that like handles a lot of those situations, and they're bringing in a lot of people. We just got a new president. Like it's just a lot of things are changing. So I think that when I first got there, I had to really realize where I was, and I had to say, okay, Chloe, this is the environment you're in. This is your competition. I don't even want to say competition because it is, but like a lot of us are really supportive. But at the end of the day, like these are the people that you're performing behind and before, and you have to be able to be up to par. You have to be able to, say, I have a purpose to be in this room today.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times, like I have to work a little bit harder because like my teachers would give me a lot of Black material, and I don't want to do that all the time, and I don't want to always be the Black mom. Sometimes I want to be the mad dad, or I want to be like, like I want to be able to step outside of my comfort zone and say, okay, Chloe, how far can you go with this artistry? Where can you take yourself? And I have to fight for that myself, and luckily we have rights to where I can voice my opinions and I can voice what I want because I'm paying for my education. So, really just understanding that that's what you need and that's what you have to utilize. You have to utilize those resources. You have to be more prepared sometimes. You have to work a little bit harder sometimes, you know what I mean? But not once have I allowed anybody to change who I am or my voice or how I act, who I am as an artist. Like that'll never change. But people just have to be able to carry my weight. And it is. So I think that as far as preparing myself and really like getting into the spirit of things and keeping to push is just, knowing where I am, knowing what I have to offer and being confident in that and doing what I see fit and making it happen. My mama always called me Miss Make It Happen. So that's what I got to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
And living that too. I was like, the biggest thing you said out of that, in my opinion, was just the fact that like you not letting nobody change you. You know what I'm saying? In the midst of everything.
Yeah.
Because and even like just challenging yourself, getting out of your comfort zone, like trying to take that extra mile so that I can grow in my artistry, like that right there will take you far. Period.
Yeah, you have to out here. It's like you have to be able to stand tall and you have to be able to hold yourself up because at the end of the day, you came into this world by yourself, you're going to die by yourself. It's like, you got to be able to hold yourself up. You got to be able to get yourself through, like coming to college, man, being away from my parents and being away from my support system and like moving all the way from Atlanta to here and like just being like, and a lot of time, like for a long time, I didn't have a lot of friends. I had the people from New Man, and that was it. Like,
Right.
and it's a very few of us. So it was real hard. And even like, it was a time where I shut them out because like, I was just in a place where I just felt like I wasn't supposed to be there. But I got over that and I got through that mental hurdle and I allowed myself to really appreciate and breathe in my circumstances. And I just was like, it's on the up glide. I know where I belong now. Like I know the people that I belong with. Like, it's beautiful. And once you reach that point, it's like nothing can shake you. Once you know who you are and what you want and where you're going, nothing can stop you on that path as long as you keep pushing yourself.
And that's it right there.
Yeah.
And I love hearing these kind of stories. No, I love hearing these kind of stories because you don't know who you're gonna set free by telling these type of stories.
You feel me?
Yeah.
That's the goal. That's the goal. Like the world is already such a crazy place. Like it's something every day. Like we reaching points now, like time is flying and things are changing, like new technologies are coming to light, like we're discovering new things. Like it's about to be crazy. But if we can, whatever we can do to really just give peace and serenity, give understanding, like as long as we can, the more we can stand together, the more nothing can weather us, no storm, no anything, so whatever I can do to just make everybody just chill out, like let's have a cookout. Why? Okay, like let's do a line dance, like it's okay.
A line dance that just took me out.
Black folks
And I
will cut up
know
a
you
line
wasn't
dance.
getting that funny, huh?
Black folks will cut up a line dance now.
Okay.
We be ready.
The
Easy.
rib in the hand, okay? In the plastic plate, I'm telling you.
They be like, what you
Okay.
say?
Okay.
I gotta listen. Had a cup and a rib in my hand, just
Okay.
you feel me? Going down on.
Side
But
note, just off
yo,
topic. I ain't been to a good barbecue in a minute.
Man, okay.
dang.
I ain't been to a good barbecue in a minute.
I will tell you, I got a friend up here. We sing at his dad's church. His dad is the pastor. And on Easter's, they let us come back to their house and they cook.
Everything, huh?
Hey.
When I tell you the rib, the oxtails, the mac and cheese, It ain't right.
You said oxtail. You had me at oxtail.
She had me too. She had me too.
Because
And they the type, the whole family like, baby, you got you a plate. Make sure you take some back
I'm
with you to
home
eat. I'll take 2.
Say less.
with some
Okay.
juice.
Okay. With
I,
that spaghetti
I,
you got in that tub over there that you got from Walmart.
hello,
All right now.
got that Tropicana.
Look, look. I'm glad somebody
Yeah.
know.
Okay.
All these black functions.
Yo,
I
I
love
miss
it.
them.
Love it.
I
I
miss
just
them.
it's that community piece. We gotta have it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh man. So as a whole, what do you aspire to do in entertainment?
That's a loaded question. I think that I want to start out once I graduate. I know that I want to like just see what Philly has for me. Like there's a lot of like jazz clubs around here that are real popular. There's a lot of like ways to yeah, it's good. Like I'm telling you, you gotta really go into you gotta look for it. Like you really gotta know the people that say, okay, go there.
Yeah,
So, like there's a little spot here called Time.
it's a time.
It's a time, okay? Like there's 3 different areas. They have one area where it's just like a little main bar, like they play the game or whatever. That's where, the other folk go. And then you got the spot where the band play at. And the band, like the live band, every band they have is fire. Like, and it's always packed out. And like the only way you know is if you either follow the artist or like you follow their page. And then over the top they have a dance floor where they play like a bunch of music and it's no like seating or nothing. You just go up there and have a good time. Oh, it's so good. But they do a lot of like live performances and they open the mic up like, and you never know who's gonna be in there. Like ever. So they'll open the mic up, the band, and like you can go up and sing, or like a lot of times I'll know some people from UArts that'll be playing and they're like, Chloe, now you sitting over there with them French fries, like you don't know how to sing. And I'm like, y'all, all right, I'm coming. So
Right.
yeah, but it's a good time. It's a lot of places like that around here. It's a lot of people host functions to where like they're, representing new work and representing, like different ideas of things where you can just come and like give your thoughts on things or showings. Like it's so easy to like wiggle your way in and find out like the real places where it's like, okay, this is where I need to be. This is the kind of work I need to be a part of. You just have to put in the work and make the connections and look for it out in Philly. But yeah, I just want to see what that has for me. And after that, I'm trying to go to the television. I'm trying to be, I'm trying to act. I want to write for television. I want to, just live the dream the best way I can, the best way God has it for me. Ideally, I would love to do like a television series. I would love to do like horror films, like some stuff like that, like some real intense, fun, like out of this world kind of work that can just really allow people to enjoy themselves. Like I want to put smiles on people's faces. I know that I plan on releasing an EP next semester. So I'm working on.
Finally.
Yes, I know. There. We there now.
Yeah.
And I got some friends helping me out, some real good people. So yeah, like I'm working on that. And further, I would love to, like get an agent signed with a company, be able to like, even on a team of songwriters, just see like how we can interpret my words into something that can like just be amazing for the world. I'm taking classes where I'm learning how to really like influence people, not only through the words, but through the chords of my music, through the way that I arrange the different instruments, like I don't know. It's a beautiful thing. Like music, I know that I wouldn't be who I am without music. If I didn't have it, I don't know where I'd be. I'd be somewhere sad, probably. But
That's
like,
real talk though.
yeah, music is beautiful. So I just want to do that after I've lived that, that fantasy. I really want to like whatever money I earn has to go back. Like I have to give back to the communities where I come from, where my family comes from. I have to be able to, open up opportunities for people that weren't like me, for people that don't get to, be as fortunate as I was to be blessed with the opportunities I have. And I want to open up some art schools across the country, honestly. And really, if I can make it international, like, of course I will. Like, that's how it'll be. I want to do like a few nonprofits. I know my best friend is a finance major and she's in Atlanta talking to City Hall and like getting financial literacy for schools. Like she a junior. I'm like, I don't even like numbers and you just out here. But
Right.
yeah, my Kayla, she's everything. But me and her talked about, like getting together and opening up some nonprofit organizations that can help young artists to be able to learn and develop their artistry. I really want to do something like Broadway Dreams, honestly. Um,
Oh,
just completely free. Like I bring people in that's really just about dedicating their time to helping and just teaching these kids how to live their best dreams, like giving them the tools that we get for
right.
all the bread. Like yeah, like children deserve to live their dream no matter how fortunate or less fortunate they are. So yeah, I just want to, give back and hopefully have a little family and some little knucklehead children that's running around getting on my nerves. And yeah, just want to, if I can leave a stamp on the world that someone can echo after I'm gone, I'm good.
Ashe.
Shay.
That's all I got to say to that.
That's what's
You
up.
said it was loaded.
Yeah.
Hey, that's loaded fries. And I finished the plate. I'm done.
Let me ask y'all a question. Both of y'all, yeah, what? Go ahead.
Nothing. I was just laughing at my own joke. What was you finna say?
I'm gonna leave that right there. What I was gonna say was, I still love you, Mike.
I
What I was
love
gonna,
you too.
what I was gonna ask was, both of you all were doing like work. Y'all, you were both doing the arts in high school, right? Prior to going to college. Do you think that doing it? Well, let me back up my question. Is it even possible to go do arts in college if you didn't do it coming out of high school?
Yeah. I have a lot of friends that went to just normal high schools and like had passions and like I mean as long as you put in the effort to like showcase yourself. I know UArts is really good about like seeing potential in people and taking chances on people that they know will grow and flourish. A lot of people at my college like are on different levels. We all usually start in the same place and things will like fluctuate. We take different classes at different times. Yeah, it's just a matter of like how much effort are you putting into your artistry beforehand? How important is this to you? And
Hmm.
whether a college says like it's really a matter of a yes or a no, honestly. Because everybody wants something different and you never know. You just have to go and put yourself out there.
Okay, so that leads into the question that I had. The question I had was, since you all did it prior to going to college, do you think it made you more prepared for what you encountered when you got there, as far as like the workload is concerned?
Mm,
So
Oh,
I
y'all
think
it's
got
in a sense
yeah.
of I think in a sense of like discipline, yes, for sure. I feel like I know as at least for me, there's a lot of times where I'm in rooms like y'all talking while the director talking.
oh,
I'm
Oh
like,
yeah. That's
I'm like,
normal for like, yeah.
I'm like, y'all trying to talk, y'all trying to tell the director what to do. Like, you
Yeah,
fell asleep
no.
while the director giving you notes.
Wait, hold up, pause. I'm sorry. So one, I now talking while the director is doing what they do, like I feel like that's just a universal thing. People gonna do that. People just gonna do that. Falling asleep? Are you while you getting a
I'm
note?
telling you,
Oh,
I'm telling you. Like
y'all don't want Robert Connor.
leaving rehearsal to go and get food and coming back.
Like, wait, when?
Like I've just
Like
like
you not on a 10, you not on a
you know,
oh
like
wow.
I'm telling you, I didn't experience some crazy stuff. And I know in those moments, especially like in a rehearsal process, as far as like preparing myself and like being on my stuff, not taking time to like, you know, lollygag and not study my stuff. Like, I don't know. New Manchester definitely put me on for that. Like, I'm glad
Mhm.
that I was held accountable for so much because coming to college, I wouldn't have, I would have been, I'd be like, y'all, because 2 plus 2 never equals 6. So I just want to know where you got that from. Um, like it's bad,
But you
but
know what's
like
crazy though, Chloe? Like a lot of times they know better. Like that's just the God honest truth. They know better and they just don't. They just like, okay.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, it's so easy in a room to see the division between the people who want it and the people you don't. I see some people that are just like, I can tell from your demeanor and how you carry yourself whether you just doing this for a hobby or you doing this for your life purpose, you know? Like how you carry yourself, how you walk, how you speak, how you prepare yourself. That tells me everything. So it's really just about like, what do I want? That's the real question.
And and unfortunately, one of the bad parts about it is while y'all are putting in that work, there's always going to be that subsect who they don't have to try hard anyway because their uncle is Steven Spielberg. I mean, let's just call it what it is.
These nepo babies.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't got to try hard no way.
On God.
I'm telling you, it's like, okay, y'all. Cool.
Mm.
But yeah, like I don't know. I feel like high school definitely did prepare me for that. I feel like high school also offered me a lot of opportunities that I wouldn't have had. And I feel very blessed to like work with Michael and work with a lot of just really good people who really want this, and people like Broadway Dreams and Southwest Art Center. Like a lot of those opportunities I was able to, the people that I met, like it was such a blessing. But I do feel like, I feel like without that, it's really just a matter of like, if you always have that drive within yourself, like nothing's really gonna stop you. Like if you're not afraid to carry yourself how you want to and do the things that you want to do, it's like, go for it, you never know what room is gonna want you, what room is, and especially right now, things are changing with social media, with just all of these new age ideas and forms of art that are coming. Like there's a room for everyone, whether you have experience or you just are starting, you have an idea, whatever. Like it's good. My writers for the two writers for the play I was just in, they went to like Princeton and these real like Ivy League schools. Like my the other guy went to NYU for writing, like, and it wasn't even like they were completely, it was a hobby and it was something they turned into a passion, and it just happened, you know and it takes longer sometimes you get it right away, but you just have to commit.
Especially in this game. Go ahead, T.
That's a lot.
I was gonna say that's how it is up here in New York because I live in Brooklyn, and it's always so funny because everybody got two things going on. Everybody got a straight job, a normal job, and a creative job. Everybody.
Yeah.
It feels like anybody you run into. Like, oh, what do you do? I'm an actor, but I sell real estate. Oh, what do you do? I'm a this, but I do this. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to keep yourself afloat. I'm telling you, you work until you don't have to.
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
So, what has been your greatest motivation?
Good question, big dog.
Yeah. I'll say a really big motivating thing in my life is always going to be my mom. She is the most she a fool, I tell you that. My mama is a nut, but she is just the most supportive and loving individual, and like she will break her neck any performance she can. She's gonna fly up here and be here. Like she just is. She's amazing. My family in general, like the way that they support me, just being able to give back to them and tell them thank you, that's a big motivation for me. Also, honestly, just the world itself. Like every day when I see like these names going on the news and like things happening and like stupid, just stupid things, like taking people's lives for no reason, like taking away people's rights to live, rights to their own body. Like it's just ridiculous. Like, and I take I'm an empath. I take everything to the heart, and like I'm just like, whatever I can do to make this better, that's what I'm gonna do. Like,
Yeah.
whether it's sitting down and like, signing a petition or sitting down and saying a prayer, like I just like whatever I can do, I'm trying to do it. So yeah, I feel like just allowing yourself to like have empathy and allowing yourself to really understand that you can be a part of making people's lives better. That's so powerful. When I was younger, I wanted to be a doctor.
Mm.
for a good portion of my life, and then being a doctor turned into being a surgeon. And I said, I want to save lives. But then God came to me and told me that, Chloe, that's not how I want you to do that.
Mm.
That's not the path that I want you to take in saving people, in making people's hearts and minds better.
Mm.
You're more of if you're going to be a doctor, be a psychologist. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to be a doctor, get into people's heads in an unorthodox, unconventional way. And that's how I got here. Like, we sometimes you just need people to level with you for you to really understand how you're at fault. And if I can do that, like, that's all the motivation I need.
And it's crazy too, because I feel like doing this acting as a whole, like you have to literally do a whole operation on the script, basically,
Yeah.
so that you can relate it to people when you say it.
Don't let it be Shakespeare.
Hello. But also, even with Shakespeare, like it's different coming from different bodies at the
Yeah.
end of the day. So
I
it's just like,
found a love for it.
you know
Like,
what I mean?
it's a lot that go into it now, but look, when you
Hello.
the finish line,
Yeah.
mm,
But that's real though. That's solid. So do you feel like at least keeping that same purpose of like, just relating and, you know, connected to the mind of people? Do you feel like that's also how you've navigated your artistic career in Philly?
oh yeah, for
For
sure.
sure.
I always say that being an actor is like being a philosophical magician, because
Mm-hmm.
you have to get into people's minds and you have to create an understanding for people's brains so that you can perform a magic act and make people believe you.
Mm.
A magician never tells their secrets, but when you're looking at it, it looked like that card disappeared, but the card is really behind their finger right here and you just can't see it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, in order for me to be able to trick people into thinking that I am this person when I'm not, I have to be able to understand how people think to portray that person. I have to be able to understand, like, and it's crazy when you think about it, but like, what do trees think about? Sometimes you have to ask yourself those questions. How can I interpret a bouncy ball in my body? You literally have to ask yourself those questions as an actor sometimes. And
Mm-hmm.
you can find so many answers within just like having conversations, paying attention to how people move, paying attention to how people breathe. I was talking to Michael about viewpoints, which is like basically a guideline to how you can approach an artistic process as an actor.
Mm-hmm.
And when you understand that each point in your body can be related to a person and to a body language, to a story, it gives you a different level of interpretation when it comes to portraying someone. Like, how does this person stand? This person has a lot of tension in their right shoulder, so maybe I have to hold his back in a different way. I played a character, I played Blanche from A Streetcar Named Desire. Like, how do I interpret anxiety through Chloe, through Blanche, so you just have to really be able to understand those things, and the more specificity you have, the better you get. So yeah, like all the way down to like, who am I looking at? Am I looking them in their eyes? Am I paying attention to something on their chin? How do I make that clear? Yeah. So it's like it takes all of that. It really does.
Mm-hmm. And it gets even more specific when you're on film.
Yes.
Like they see everything.
Yeah. It's like, can you
everything.
act with no words?
Hello.
Look through that book and read that first paragraph and make it seem like you want to scream and cry and give a whole monologue in 30 seconds.
Hello.
Shout out Viola Davis.
No. Hello.
She stay acting with no words. I just sitting there crying, like,
okay.
she even said nothing.
Okay.
She's looking. That's all it is.
Okay.
This is a quick aside. I don't know. Have either one of y'all ever seen Antoine Fisher?
Oh, don't get me started.
That scene with Viola.
Right. Viola gonna cry. Viola gonna snot.
What?
Yes.
Let me tell you something. Viola be having you right there. How to Get Away with Murder?
Don't get me started on that show. I'll be here for another hour.
That's my girl.
Okay. I get it. Antoine Fisher though, and it's crazy because Viola Davis says specifically something that our high school director, Mr. Connor, told me. He was like Viola Davis specifically, like she was like, give me all like your most complex, ugliest characters.
Mm.
Because at least to me, I feel like as an actor, when you can go to that real place within yourself, that I feel like is a universal place on how people feel.
Mm.
Fear is the biggest obstacle. When I tell you, you overcome fear and you are set. Like, I remember I used to be so afraid of stepping outside of my box. And I started to do clown work. I started to do like all of these classes that are telling me like, you got to put this mask on and crawl on the ground for 30 minutes. And then y'all gonna tell a story together, but y'all not gonna say words, just speak gibberish. And you looking like, and the teacher looking at you like,
What's up?
and you just got to go there. Like, there's so many times where I had to just basically like mentally put myself naked out there, like, and just do the thing like, hi, I'm here. And once you get past that and you do it and you realize like, I can do this and I can be okay. Like, there's nothing holding you back. I've played so many different characters. I'm taking a verse drama class right now where I just did a monologue from Titus Andronicus playing Aaron, who is like this crazy killer, and like I'm about to be executed in front of like a whole audience, and I'm telling about how I just wish that I could have done 1,000 more crimes. And it's like I just never thought that I'd be able to even interpret or embody that kind of rage and that kind of emotion, and like be able to come out of it and say, okay, like I'm about to go get lunch. So, you know, there's been so many. I played, I did this devised piece, a play written by a creative writing major called Terms of Endearment. And it surrounds this character named Someone in this like abstract world of like rubber ducks and carpets and blankets. And like, it was just this beautiful story talking about the journey of grief and the journey of like becoming okay with that feeling and moving forward in life. And I was able to lead that show and it was beautiful. So yeah, like God is so good. Sorry, y'all.
Nah, you ain't gotta apologize for that, for nothing.
I think about it sometimes and I'm like, there is people out here really going through it and God has blessed me, huh?
Look, check this out. I'm listening to you talk, and I pulled out my affirmation cards out of the box. The first one that pops up said, I don't know if you can see it. It says, I am a creator.
I love that.
That's the first one that popped up based on when you were talking. I said, well, there it go.
Yep.
Look, there it is.
There it is.
Okay.
There it is.
Yo, Chloe, do you have any regrets?
I think that the only regret that I would ever have is not trusting myself enough in the past.
That's a bar.
I'm about to throw my bucket hat across.
That is the biggest bar.
Yeah, like that's really it. I think about it now and I'm like, if I would allow myself, and still now I tell myself that I have to trust myself, but like if I could eliminate, you know, holding myself back in the past, like I would probably be further than I am now, you know. But at the end of the day, I'm very content in the fact that everything happens for a reason. That's become something very very near and dear to my heart, and very understood it amongst going through things in life, whether it's a breakup, whether it's a, you know, like whether it's, you know, a sick family member, or like an audition cut that got no response, like whatever it is. It's like when you have the content that like whether you believe in God, the world, the universe, that everything happens for a reason, and you're going on this path specifically for a destination that you are not meant to know at this moment, that is already written for you. You can just like go through life and say like, okay, this is a bump in the road, but I know where I'm going, and I know where I've been, but I know where I'm going.
I'm going up to yonder. Hello.
You know?
And the harder your struggle, the greater your purpose.
Right now, like I'm telling you, as long as you know that, like you're good. Like you're good. There's so much contentment you can find in life when knowing that every time you hurt, you will heal, and every time you heal, you will grow and blossom. And I tell myself that every day. So yeah, like no regrets at all. Everything happens for a reason. God teaches you lessons. Those are the important parts about living life so you can be better.
Come on. Y'all make me want to throw this hairbrush now across the room. It went from a bucket hat to a hairbrush. I want y'all to know that the words is felt and the words is heavy. That's why I went from a bucket hat to a hairbrush. Okay, great.
Yeah.
But
I've been trying to put on my praise and worship music, but I ain't want to mess up everything.
Right.
hey, I get it. Cause right.
Man.
Anyway. So who are you outside of the arts as a whole? Like who Chloe outside of this? I know who that is, but I want you to tell the people.
Honestly, my art is such a big part of who I am. Like I said before, I'm a Georgia peach, so like I love to have fun. I love to like go out and experience new things. I like to eat. I'm a foodie for sure.
Okay. What's your favorite
Um,
food?
Man, that's a loaded question, Michael.
All right.
I love a good pasta and a cream sauce with a very nice grilled selection of protein.
Hey,
You know,
so
I
we're
love
talking
a
like
good
Alfredo.
I love a good chicken wing. Let me tell you something.
Not a she
Chicken wing
can.
and a fry. Look, any day, anytime, any place.
What? Not a she
Um,
can.
I love a chicken. Okay. I love breakfast
Ooh.
food. I love trying new things. Indian food.
Mm.
Mm.
The masala.
A butter chicken.
Don't forget the peas
I love a
and that
Jamaican
curry.
food. Look, a oxtail.
Tail ox.
Uh, Look, I'm telling y'all, some
I
stuff
hate
just ain't
it.
right. The way people season stuff sometimes just ain't right. Like in Philly, the food here,
Oh man.
I
y'all,
want
it's
some
a soul
candy in
food
from
place.
Philly for some
I'm
reason.
telling you, you got to come and get you some lavish. It's a soul food place out in like West Philly. They do like they do $6 plates. You get two sides and whatever choice of meat you want.
For $6?
I was gonna say, how's that?
$6.
That don't sound profitable.
$6. But no, they are
Nah,
busy all day. Like, and
Oh,
they
okay.
they
exactly.
cook everything by hand. Like it's an old lady in the back in the kitchen. It's about three of them, and they come from church and they just cook all day.
See?
And like they cook whatever they got. They run out of the plates. They got pastas. They run out of like we don't got no potato salad, but we got some yams. You want a double sided that? I got some greens cooking. That wasn't even on the menu today. But
Well,
I'm here.
I got it.
Got it. We got it on the grill.
See?
Like
That's where I need to be. That's where I need to be.
it's
$6
so
plate?
$6 plates, and there's a
Two
place
sides
across the
and a
street that do
protein?
$7 plates. Like you can find anything here. I'm telling you, like it's so many good places. Like even Time has good food. You can find like little poppy stores, which are like the little corner stores that have the little restaurant in the back that cook up whatever you want a good room.
Heard. I'm thinking about like Wawa.
Yeah, Wawa food. How the grocery store and the gas station food good here.
You feel me?
No, see, I'm about to stop y'all there. We're gonna stop at the Wawa.
I'm telling
Why?
you,
Why we gonna stop at the Wawa? Wawa be
Wawa food be
good.
Because
good.
y'all be ODing at this gas station food. It is
Like
not that
they
great.
do sub sandwiches. They be doing French fries and
But you gotta think about it though, T. Like the way that I look at Wawa is like a QT, quick
yeah.
trip. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Or
like
maybe even a Texaco. You feel me? When they got like the chicken tin. See, for the folks,
It's
back in the
gas
day.
station food. Y'all
yeah,
missing
it's gas station food, but the gas station food be hitting sometimes when you just trying to get a little pick me up so that you
Just
can
don't look
walk
at the
on the
gas
rest of your
station part. Like
day.
you don't see that. You don't even got to read that part of the sign. Just like look at the name and be like, oh, I'll go in. You
Boy,
know,
I'm about to excommunicate you and him. Both of y'all about to get excommunicated
you know
about
they
it.
had a little parking spaces in front of the pumps. Just park right there.
Exactly. Exactly. You don't got to park at the pump.
I'm
Park in the
telling you,
diesel section. How about that? That's better.
acting ain't acting. You be broke. Sometimes you got to go and get you a little sandwich from the Wawa.
Oh, ain't no judgment. I've been out
I'm
here.
telling you.
I've been in these streets with the women of prayer.
Hello.
I
Okay.
know. So what's next for you?
What's next? Next semester I'm gonna be putting on a vocal recital I'm very excited about. Hopefully I'm going to be submitting my play to a play festival that my school puts on. So hopefully I'll be able to put that up on its feet, cast some people, see what the world has to offer me. I'm put it up anyway, even if they don't want it, I'm put it up anyway.
Hello.
Oh well. But you know, I plan on releasing an EP soon. I mentioned that. So just stay tuned for that. You can follow my Instagram at the.ChloeK. You can follow my TikTok at the real Chloe K. All of my updates and anything that I post or release will be released there. Yeah, and their showcase. I'm about to be a senior. I got 3 weeks.
Help.
Look, when I tell y'all at the end 2024, I'm up out of there. I'm out. Like I'm so excited. It's been a beautiful 4 years, especially with the pandemic and everything happening. Like to know that I'd have made it to the year of graduation. That's beautiful.
Come on now.
So yeah, just getting across all of that. If you're in Philly, anyone watching, if you're in Philly and you're looking for vocals, you're looking for some work to cook up, something fun to work on, hit me up, DM me. I'm always open to doing new stuff and supporting new ideas. So yeah, just doing my thing. Keep up with me. You never know what's gonna come next with me, honestly.
Hey, that's how it go. That's how it go.
Yeah.
Oh man. So, what is something that people don't know about you?
Something that people don't know about me. Let's see. A lot of people don't know, outside of people I went to high school with, is that like I definitely have like a very like experienced music background. I used to lead an a cappella group called Intonation my senior year of high school. It's all meshing together now. But yeah, my senior year, I was also the beatboxer for that a cappella group. So like I beatbox a little bit, like not as much as I used to, but it's not rusty just yet.
Come on.
Some light, okay.
Some slight, just a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, that's something people don't know about me. I also have a puppy. His name is Carlo, and he's the sweetest. He is a full pit bull. He's the cutest little boy. He's my pride and joy. And like honestly, like without him this semester, like life been hard. And it's been some days where I done been like, I got to get up 4 days a week at 8:00 in the morning, 7:30 to go to class. I don't want to do that. So, having him to come home to and to be able to, cuddle up with my little pup, even though he bad. It's been nice. But yeah, that's my baby. So I have him. That's something a lot of people don't know.
Word up, word up.
Yeah.
I'll ask you a question about your music. Have you released music before, or is this gonna be your first EP?
This will be my first EP. This will be my little freshie. Yeah. Yeah.
Your first baby in the world. Congratulations.
I with my music, I really had to get to a point where like I was like, I can't keep being afraid to do the thing. I have to be able to release this baby to the world at some point. I gotta let it out. And now I found this new level of confidence and we're here. Like we're here, we're doing the thing, and like we gotta make it happen, gotta make it happen,
Okay.
As you should.
Trying to get on a little song with Michael, but
Hey, I've been said it.
we done got to the point now where it's like, like I'm ready. So like let's cook. I'm ready.
Okay. So we'll talk after. Cool.
Yeah.
So for anybody following in your footsteps, what's some advice you would give them?
A quote that I follow and will follow for the rest of my life by the Denzel Washington.
Come on.
Always strive for progression and never perfection. If you allow yourself to keep learning and growing, and you allow yourself to continue to be open to new possibilities and new ways to accomplish your goals, you will always go far, because the world is changing. Everybody thinks different, like when you want to leave a big impact, you have to reach all, if not the majority. And if you can't reach the few, that's just not God's plan. But you just have to really trust yourself and say, I'm going to keep putting in the work to keep going. Never allow yourself to become complacent. Never allow yourself to feel like I've done enough, or I can't do this, or I can't get there. I keep trying, because the harder you go and the more that you shift your way of thinking and try, the more you will succeed. And that's just what's in the cards for you. That's what's in the cards for everyone. Like you got to meet God halfway, or you got to meet the universe halfway, or whoever you believe in, so just keep going and don't be afraid to share who you are with the world. Don't be afraid to do the unorthodox, because the world is yours and the universe has shown that. Like, the more work you put in, the more you can, create the platform you want. So just, be you and strive to make things beautiful again. Strive to make things better and you'll go far. Yeah.
And that's why Mary had a little lamb.
Bad,
I wanted to holler just now, if you could see it on my face.
I heard the bad, and I was like, I'm gonna let it breathe.
I'm telling y'all, me and Michael cut up. It's bad.
I'm gonna let it breathe.
So would you say that is also your personal motto, or do you have a different motto that you live by?
Yeah, that, and when I was little, my mom would drop me off from school. I'm very, like, words stick with me a lot of the time. Two other things I would say, my mom always told me, today, when she dropped me off at school, today, if you make good choices, good things will happen. If you make bad choices, bad things will happen. How your day goes always depends on you. So as long as you allow yourself to influence your path, as long as you keep the mindset of, because at the end of the day, you decide whether you're going to have a good day or a bad day. You decide, it's a mindset. It's a mental thing, and it's a lot easier said than done. But as long as you allow yourself to stay in the headspace of, this is how I'm going to take the day, and this is how I'm going to allow it to influence my feelings and my emotions and my love, you'll be fine. And also, whatever you do as an artist is not for you. That's another thing that a friend told me that really, like, got me out of my head. Like, stop trying to do your art for you. Do it for your audience. Do it for you to express those things, but understand that whatever you leave on a stage, that's not about you. If you feel like you didn't do your best that night, if you feel like you flubbed the line, if you feel like, you didn't get that high note out like you wanted to, it's not for you. It's for that person that comes to you after the show and says, I had the time of my life last night. I broke up with my man last night and I just was really in a bad mental place. And tonight you really just let me fly free. It's for that person that says, I cried during that last number because I could really see that you connected to that. And you helped me to understand that I need to go talk to my mama. The way that you love your mama, I need to go and talk to my mama, just because of how you played that character in that show. That's who it's for. So as long as you remember that, you'll never be able to hold yourself back from putting out those feelings and those thoughts, because whether it's not the best for you, it's completed and it's for someone else to interpret and understand and feel and change. If you needed to change, you wouldn't be writing it.
Ashe.
Shay.
As you were saying, talking all it, like saying everything you were saying, I was thinking about Sade's Cherish the Day.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you.
That's what's up. Well, Chloe,
Yeah.
thank you so much for coming on the Did It for the Hood podcast.
Thank y'all so much for having me. This is my first ever podcast that I've ever been on. So yeah, it's really a blessing, especially to do with my brother. It's so nice meeting you. It's so nice to, be able to be a part of some Black joy.
Come on.
We appreciate you.
Nah, for real. Heavy.
For the last segment of the day is the wise words of T. Hardaway. For anyone who's listening for the first time, I am T. Hardaway.
561.
You're doing a lot. Anyway, I love you though.
I love you more. I wouldn't.
But no, you know what? This was such a full conversation. I don't even have a whole lot to say. But it was one thing in the conversation that kind of just stuck to me. And I was listening to a podcast earlier today when we talked about your assignment. Remember that your life is an assignment. And life on earth can be a battle. And in order to build a strong soldier, you have to win the small battles in order to win the war at the end. So don't give up in the midst of your battle, because it's just strengthening you for your journey. Again, my name is T. Hardaway.
And I'm Michael Bahsil.
And this is the Did It for the Hood podcast.
Indeed.
Y'all see y'all.